Så hyggelig at dere inviterte til juleverksted.
Ja, hyggelig at dere vil komme.
Pepperkake og musikk og sne. Det så spinnvilt.
Spinnvilt?
Du sier spinnvilt veldig mye om dagen, pappa.
Jeg gjør kanskje det. Jeg må plukke det opp et sted.
Ja, nå det spinnville førjulsuker hos Ekstra, og du får 6-pakk 1,5 liter med Pepsi Max til kun 79 kroner pluss pant, og 40% medlemsrabatt på alle ferske grønnsaker. Gjør julehandelen billig hos Ekstra.
1. og 2. mars arrangeres The Abyss Festival i Gøteborg. Jeg heter Helle Stenkløv, og siden Sodom spiller der, passer det bra med et godt gammelt Tom Angelripper-intervju på Jernverket-podden.
We should get Tore to come up on stage with us and sing Iron Fist. Tore is crazy.
He was often on the stage to sing with us Iron Fist because he's the biggest Motörhead fan, and I am the biggest Motörhead fan. No, it's a kind of tradition. And when we go to play here in Scandinavia, you know, and Tore is in the same club, you know, we're gonna perform it, you know. And after Let Me Stand, you know, it's a very good idea to do it, you know. Yeah, okay. I know there are some Sodom fans say, okay, you just have 45 minutes. You're gonna play a Motörhead song, you know. But they forgive me because Iron Fist. This song was also kind of our Persecution Mania album, you know. So it's not something special.
It's even on the album.
That was your first full length too, so it's kind of natural.
No, the first one was Obsessed by Cruelty, yeah.
No, yeah, it was Obsessed by Cruelty, and that was
And then came Persecution Mania with Iron Fist, and also.
But to continue with Tore, the wedding show in Bergen in Norway this autumn, when Tore...
The wedding show?
Yeah, wedding show. We attended. A couple of fans.
He's a good friend of mine. I've been... last year I've been in his apartment, you know, get some drinks, you know. And we talk about the collection, and he showed me all the singers and all the stuff, you know. It was amazing, you know. I never seen a bigger Motörhead collection in vinyls, in shirts, in patches, in everything, you know, merchandising, you know. And I like this guy, you know. And he's gonna ask me, we gonna do Iron Fist perform on stage, you know. And Benjamin said, oh no, we just have 45 minutes, and we start 5 minutes earlier, you know, so we can do it. Why not, you know? It's just, you know, it's a Sodom show, you know, but we want to, it's entertainment also, you know.
You've been on tour with Motörhead too earlier.
Yeah, so we toured in 93, you know. It was Motörhead, yeah.
How was that?
Great.
Do you remember?
No, I remember, yeah, because it's the first time we get a chance to tour with Motörhead, you know. My big idol, you know. There was a Creator on a tour and some other bands, you know.
Entombed and the Christmas special.
Yeah, the Christmas metal meeting tour, whatever it's called, you know. It was fantastic, you know. You know, we Motörhead fans, we're gonna see Motörhead every evening, you know, for free, you know. Just standing on the side of the stage, looking Motörhead, and we never get so much contact with Lemmy because Lemmy was always he got an own dressing room, you know, and he never get in contact with the other bands so much, you know. I know why, you know. He cannot talk to everybody, you know. He just want to have his own apartment, his own room, and relax and prepare for the show, you know.
But did you experience something fun with him while you hung out at that tour?
Oh yes, there was. I asked for an autograph, you know, and he told me maybe after the lunch.
Out to lunch.
Okay, I come back later. I never came back, you know. And on the last show we did, I don't know where it was, you know. We got drunk, you know. All the crew, the bands got drunk. The last show we did, you know. And I want to talk to Lemmy, and he said, I want to drink my beer alone. So I go on again, you know. But
he had the philosophy of the great orator, the big meetings and be secluded.
Yeah.
And then he go on stage, and then he is that. But before that, solo.
He's always really. He had nothing to do with all the fans and other support bands. He was never really interested in what we did. What other bands did.
As I'm from the Gothenburg area, I met him a few times. When they're rehearsing at Mickey D's place in Gothenburg, and they had these secret shows called Lemmy and the White Stripes, and all these kind of weird gigs at a nightclub called Park Lane. And,
he's not a metal fan.
No.
He's not a metal fan. He's not interested in heavy metal music. You can talk. You can, if you want to talk to him, you can talk about politics or
German
military collection, World War I, World War II, World War III, whatever. But you never can talk about music. Do you like my guitar riff? Do you like my lyrics? He never mind. So. That is not a good start to get in contact with him. Talking about music, he's not interested.
But what about you? Do you follow the new bands coming now in your own genre, or are you still?
No, it's the same like me nowadays. There are so much bands coming out every month. I cannot control it. When I get the Rock Up magazine, I get a Metal Hammer, I get Death Forever, the new magazine. And see, so much bands coming out.
Yeah, good.
Reviews.
Death Forever.
There's a new magazine. I like it. It's a good magazine.
I can't from where Rock Hard is born. Rock Hard is born in the same time as Sodom.
So I don't have the money to buy the CDs, or I don't have the time to spend to listen to all the stuff.
But when did this stop? Was it at what age or time do you just stop following? Because I can feel the same happening now. I can't listen to everything. I can't follow everything.
Yeah, but when I started, in 81 or 82, there was just a couple of bands coming out every month, Yeah. And that was not coming out, just demos, These bands, the music was not released by record companies, whatever. But I get a catalog every month, So I ordered demo tapes and live tapes, whatever, because I was a metal fan,
The start of the fanzine culture, aside punk, that's where you have Sodom. You have Blackthorn magazine, you have Rock Hard magazine, you have the Heavy Metal Massacre magazine.
Yeah, but a magazine has to get commercials.
So
they put commercial bands on the front cover, like Böse Onkels or Rammstein. It's not metal bands, But they put it on the front cover to get successful, to sell.
No, but the magazine culture, like Blackthorn, for example, when you have the In the Sign of Evil, review 1 year later, and they're reviewing actually the demos.
Yeah, but that was the fanzine culture when you had
but Sodom was in the start of the metal fanzine culture. Mm-hmm. That was in the very spring. I have several copies of the most interviews was in German. Yeah.
So it's like the
also the kick-ass
when people didn't speak
from
English,
America
across the border, so to say.
The time changes now. It's getting commercial now. Now, if you're a metal fan, you want to start making a band, you form a band, Maybe you'll get money, your parents going to spend your guitar, they'll spend equipment for you. You have to make a band, and it's not. I don't have any control about it. All the bands,
But it's easier now because you can easily make a band and a record, but you can't live from it anymore.
No.
You can actually tour, and it can be your job.
It's easy to form a band and to record something because of digital equipment. You can record everything at home. You don't spend money to go to a studio. What we spend a lot of money for going to big studios. Mixing desk,
If you look at a lot of the productions with Sodom, like Tapping the Vein or some album like that, there is a ton of money and production put into the production of albums like that, like with Harris Jones as producer,
and spent a lot of money for it.
That was some serious budgets to make that, and it was big tours back then. In the underground, still semi-underground, it was just what people consider underground today was the normal stature of brutal music.
It's easy to record an album.
Who went on
or
tour, you know,
something.
it was not until 1995, 96 that these festivals that you're used to, like Wacken Open Air and with Full Force as that, or Inferno as it became a festival. Before that, we had to go with boat down to see Sodom in Germany. With Santiago and Doro and Manowar and Buzz Onkels.
Yeah, so they were mostly like heavy metal nights and not several days with bands and bands and bands.
2 days festivals, but they were not international, like you would say, at all. Imagine that lineup: Buzz Onkels, Manowar, and Sodom. Yeah, I remember in Gøteborg, '97.
But nowadays, if you're going to form a new band,
that's
you never get a chance to play on this festival. Because if there is a promoter wanna do a festival, you know, he wanna get bands who have a name, you know, where people come for, you know, he wanna make money, you know. And if you have a small band, you know, a newer band, you know, they never get chance, you know. They play some festivals, you know. They pay to play, maybe. That is a big difference,
a lot
you know.
to pay to play, and options on merchandise and all that stuff, which doesn't make sense for bands to bring merchandise to festivals, because you have to pay merch concession and you have to pay overweight on the flights, so it doesn't make you actually pay to bring stuff.
Yeah, I noticed there wasn't any Sodom merch today.
No.
This is why I mentioned it.
Yeah, so if you're going to bring it by plane, you know, you have to pay overweight and tax and everything, you know.
Plus that the festival is charging 20% to sell it, so you're going below already.
So you have to increase the prices to sell it.
You know, you pay in Germany you pay 15 euros for a shirt, you know. And if it's more, I don't want, you know. And if you bring it to outside Germany, you have to take 25, you know. I don't want that.
We're outside.
So if you really are Sodom, you know, and you need a shirt, you know, you're gonna order it in a shop, you know, an online shop.
Yeah, or make a bootleg maybe.
There is a lot of bootlegs around, you know. People say, okay, you never bring merch to South America or whatever, you know. So we do our own merchandise. Yeah, they do. I never mind, you know.
But do you ever yourself help with making the merch or decide how it should look like, or is there someone else doing all that?
No, it's my decision, you know. Yeah. The official merch, you know. I don't have any control about the bootlegs, you know. They bring out, you know. There's a lot of bootleg stuff around, you know, and merch, and I can't control it, you know. I cannot handle it, you know. But my own merch, I do myself, you know. I know exactly how it have to look like, you know, and.
So how should it look like? I can see that mostly Sodom shirts are quite clean, but when I saw the Suffocation shirts today, they had like prints all over it, like in 100.
I know some of these bands' shirts, you know, there's so much texture in it, you know. It's, you know, Sodom shirts always a Sodom logo in the front, you know, on the top. And then you get the cover from the last album, whatever, you know. It's old school, but it's a kind of way we're gonna do, you know. We are thrash metal band, you know.
But what about? Are you writing any new music now? You came with an EP. Was that 2014? What's happening there? Are you still writing?
Yeah, there was an EP, you know, because there was a kind of tradition doing a single or EP before you're going to release an album, you know. But on vinyl.
Så hyggelig at dere inviterte til juleverksted.
Ja, hyggelig at dere vil komme.
Pepperkake og musikk og sne. Det så spinnvilt.
Spinnvilt?
Du sier spinnvilt veldig mye om dagen, pappa.
Jeg gjør kanskje det. Jeg må plukke det opp et sted.
Ja, nå det spinnville førjulsuker hos Ekstra, og du får 6-pakk 1,5 liter med Pepsi Max til kun 79 kroner pluss pant, og 40% medlemsrabatt på alle ferske grønnsaker. Gjør julehandelen billig hos Ekstra.
Du, jeg var hjemme hos Trine og Geir, og så fikk jeg sånn ekte god pizza, sånn som du elsker. Og jeg bare, hvordan har dere fått til dette her, da? Og de bare, ikke med vanlig stekeovn i hvert fall, sånn som vi er. Så...
Vil du være helt sikker på at han tar hintet? Legg det under juletreet. Nå får du pizzaovn til bare 2.990 hos Maxbo. Stikk innom og finn tusenvis av harde pakker til både han og henne. Maxbo. Klart du kan.
That is important, Also online, That's for the collector scene, and it's sold out, The Sacred Warpath single is sold out,
The vinyl has come back this past 5 years. I remember when I went to record fairs 5 or 10 years ago, I could get wherever I wanted for €5. And now maybe the same records cost 20 or 30 euros.
Yeah. There is a comeback, definitely, because the metal fans want to hold something in your hand, You want to get the vinyl, double gatefold, whatever, Or you, what record companies got to do now, they do a kind of box, with some gimmicks in it, or shirt in it, and everything. That's what I love,
Taking advantage
because
of the...
if you listen to Sodom at Spotify, you get nothing, It's not why I do music, I have a lot of work with my songs, and everything. So when I get money for my work, And if you listen to music at YouTube or Spotify, for example, I get nothing for it, Why should I do music, when I don't get something for it,
And why are you continuing then in these digital ages?
Yeah, I can't. If I go and earn a little bit money for it, I stop doing music. I have to try to find a job, whatever, to make my live.
You can go back to the coal mines now.
No, the coal mines are closed everywhere.
It became a cultural centrum in Jernverket.
Yeah, there's just no. There's no more coal mine in Jernverket.
No, but the coal mines became a cultural center. A lot of the old coal mines became stages for culture.
Yeah, we talk about when I cannot make my live from the music. I have to go work. But I can't go back to the coal mine now.
Yeah. But we actually did that at Røros too, which has copper mines. They have made concert halls in them. And the acoustics are really nice for classical music and stuff like that, maybe jazz. But metal doesn't work out in the old mines. It's too big.
It's like Zeche Karl, it's in Essen where I did a lot of shows, Last month, I did an interview with Metal Hammer, for Obsessed by Cruelty, 30 years, And we go and say, okay, I want all the stations where you rehearse, where was the first show, and we've been at Zeche Karl, The spirit is gone, everything's clean. It's
stainless steel glass. Stage, it's not this old murky.
And you can drink cappuccino outside, It's not where I was at Zeche Karl. But all the buildings are still standing, and that is important.
Like the lyrics go, obsessed by cruelty, deadly, cold, and grey.
Yeah.
That's the essence.
Clean.
That's the essence of the black metal or thrash for me, but. It was both spiritual and at the same time very industrial and very urban. Sodom was seeing Satanism in everyday life in Sodom.
But when did you start listening to Sodom?
I started listening to Sodom 1988, 87. A friend of mine called Mattias Karlsson with the Speed Kills samplers.
You were quite young then.
Yeah, well, that was the interest. I'm from the countryside, and we followed. And my friend's bigger brother, he had the Speed Kill sampler, so I copied the tapes, and that's of course the.
Copied them.
How old are you?
40.
This year, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you're not turned 40 yet.
No, May.
Yeah, that was I remember because you haven't turned it yet. If I forgot your birthday, you'd probably kill me.
No, Speed Kills, the sampler albums. But that's the first material. So I started to listen to Sodom's old stuff. And then a friend of mine called Mattias, he was a tape trader, so I started to trade a bit. And I got Bochum 85, 10th of October, that show. important because on the A side it was a rehearsal tape. I think for a show in Belgium on the Obsessed by Cruelty gigs, and it's in the sound check, and it's a rehearsal tape before the show. Then, so and it was quite good quality.
We rehearsed before the show,
and that was much better quality than the demos, which I acquired. So, but the sheer energy, and I was really, hit by the same force of energy as you would listen to any early Iron Maiden material, but with, I guess some kind of Mad Max world of Satanism.
Yeah, because you were into Iron Maiden at the same time.
Yes.
They were actually both that and Sodom and Extreme.
Yeah, metal is not that you have to make any genre out of it. It's the sheer energy, and if you get the message delivered.
But I
that's
get
my opinion, or how I receive it.
But I get the impression that in the 80s, it was more polarized than now. Now you can listen to both glam and death at the same time, and nobody looks down at you. Not in Norway, that is. I don't know how it is.
We never.
Else.
You
don't.
No, we don't. No, never. we just listen to Venom and all the heaviest bands in the world.
That's a good thing that you mention it, because it was Sodom is also has the presence of the black metal of the early 90s.
Expect on Maiden. We listened to Maiden,
Yeah.
And Priest. Priest was one of the first metal band for me.
And Raven.
But there were Raven, it was underground bands. We love underground.
Yeah,
bands.
we have a lot of similar music tastes. In general, when we talk, like that. What's really good and what's so.
There were some other bands like Sabotage I never listened to.
Never. But French Vulcan.
Big band,
Vulcan.
Vulcan, the cover with the red mountains on
Tank.
Tank, yeah. We got a record store in where I come from, Gelsenkirchen, and he got import CDs and CDs, LPs.
Yeah.
And I got something for you, Exciter. I got the Rods, Oh, we got it always 3 months before it was official release in Germany. We paid a lot of money for it, And he got it import from America, from England, and I gonna buy everything, And one day he came with Venom. We was the first Venom record, It was the first Venom sampler, the leadweight sampler. Where Venom was one track on a sampler, and then.
As you go.
A couple of weeks ago, I got the full. I was the first one to get the Venom album in Germany, the full-length album.
Oh.
It's an English press, it's for you. And I don't know how much I paid for it. We get it. And that was the music we listened to. Yeah. No commercial band.
I remember Chris.
No, you cannot say no commercial bands, that we also like Lee Aaron,
Then you get it in commercial side.
We were young boys. That's really commercial. But it was strange, that.
But I remember Chris Witchhunter's mom. She said that.
He listened to Bryan Adams.
Yeah, Bryan Adams mixed with Bathory.
I have it on tape.
The mix with Bathory.
Bryan Adams Bathory?
Yeah. So, that's a part that people forget about Sodom, how important in that sense it was as well. Because Corton asked Sodom to be a part of that in the black metal days.
To be a part of Bryan Adams?
Bryan Adams fans must join and make a black metal project.
No, that's we just listen to what we like, and there was some really strange bands, like Vulcan, what you told before, Morsure.
Yeah, good drive. Good drive bands.
Bestiality, Killer from Belgium, and stuff like that,
Acid.
Are to pick 10 songs for the show. You have to pick one Sodom song and 9 other favorite heavy metal, hard rock, prog rock, progressive rock songs for the show. So one Sodom, 9 other songs from your favorite bands.
Me and Tom had a slight conversation before you appeared here on the porch, and I think the Sodom song that speaks well for the time being is a song called "Unbury the Hatchet."
Do you agree?
It's not my favorite Sodom song, but it's
no, but it makes sense.
It makes sense. Sometimes it makes sense.
And the second line goes, "Keep the mighty from the seats."
So we actually chosen that one now from one of the Sodom songs, since Jonas is a fan and a friend of both of us. I know
it would be a great idea to perform these songs live, you know, some rarities, you know. I'm working really hard to talk to my band, you know. We have to get some other tracks, you know, in the set list, you know.
Are they protesting against that?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. We do Ancient Orange, yeah, we do.
I like the Better of Dead and Tapping the Vein and Get What You Deserve. You know,
Get What You Deserve, my favorite album.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
I enjoy it, you know, like...
Which song would you choose from it?
Oh, it's the title track, Get What You Deserve.
First time I went down to see Sodom was at Sukkerfabrik at Get What You Deserve tour. We took the ferry over to Rostock to Sukkerfabrik in '93. Yeah, that was a big production, and I still remembering Stife came out with all the beers.
Yeah, that was the only production worldwide. You know, if you recorded guitars in the studio, you have to record the guitar twice, maybe more. You know.
And Stoney was there, and
when we recorded Get What You Deserve, we just recorded one guitar and one bass guitar. That's it. You don't hear any other second guitar on this album, you know.
The way it was supposed to.
It's the first band who ever did it in the studio. It was if you do a live recording, you have one bass, one guitar, and we do the same. We recorded this album completely without any overdub guitars. No band did before, and no band did it.
Those albums are uniquely aggressive.
They said, no, you have to record the guitar twice. You have to get a stereo,
so if you think
panorama,
about,
whatever, you know.
Like what people did, you know, like unfortunately that was important with labels, like thrash metal, death metal. Tapping the Vein, for example, is way more brutal than any death metal album released in '91. It's just that it sounds different, but the brutality of the album.
It was more guitars. It was a big production.
Yeah, but it's more brutal.
I mean, if you listen to What You Deserve, it's more brutal because of one guitar on the left side, bass on the right side, drums in the middle.
You do the Beatles style, really.
Yeah, you know some Beatles.
Yeah,
if you have a headphone, you cannot listen to it because you have on the left side you have a guitar and
I gotta tell you, Tom,
you can.
She's a sound. If you want to build a house. Yeah, she's a soundproofer.
I'm an acoustics engineer.
Yeah, she acoustics engineer. So sound is her job.
Okay, at the Beatles, the guitar was on the left and the bass on the right. But when we recorded Get What You Deserve, we put it we fade it together. You know?
And Andy
so
brings.
You were first like Beatles and then Phil Spector, in a way.
Yeah.
Because he liked the wall of sound mono, but the Beatles wanted it really stereo, and when you combine that,
the high-end radio.
That was stereo recording, but you don't have the effect, you know.
No.
You have bass and guitar at the same time, at the same place, coming in front of you.
Plus that you had Andy Brings and Atomic Stife on drums as well, which are very aggressive performers in their style. Stife in particular, from Living Death.
I have to take piss.
When Chris Witchhunter died, there was a great festival that Tom put on in Oberhausen. In Oberhausen, and next morning or in the same night, it was great with Assassin and Darkness, and Sodom and Destruction, all the old masters of brutality. But later we went to Shiri's place to drink egg toddy, and then we listened to Aggressive Perfector And
the first Slayer album.
It's the live on that
Magic
EP. Black Magic and...
that was so...
And you had a speech in German that would go something like, this is the masters of black metal. I think it was Black Magic.
Black Magic.
Yeah, something like that. That's a song.
That's awesome. Jonas is doing all the work for you. You can just smile and say, yep.
No, but we had many good times.
Right,
yeah, we had many good times.
But this guy knows stuff, and I know you know.
I have sure reasons to remember, because next morning was not so funny. we went to Frankfurt to the H&R Giger movie concept next morning with my girlfriend at the time, Sophia. Yeah. Mess.
But Sophia now is a completely different world.
Yeah. She's a famous tattoo artist in Germany.
Oh, she was German?
No.
She lives in Berlin. She lives in Berlin now.
We spend a lot of time going to Sodom shows, actually, and a lot of
spend a lot of money also.
Yeah, been well worth it.
That's what we
over
do.
The years. Yeah, traveling.
Being
and,
fans.
Yeah, but fans then
friends.
Yeah, friends.
He's a big fan, but he's also a big friend. You know, that's
cuteness overload.
Yeah. Priest was the first really heavy metal band I ever listened to. You know, because Priest it was more metal than Maiden. You know, Priest was a really heavy metal band. You know?
I like Priest more than Maiden. I do. Sorry, Jonas.
If you're gonna see the covers, outfit, and the lyrics and all, Priest was the first metal band I listened to. Definitely, it was not AC/DC. It was Priest.
What albums and songs are your favorites?
My favorite album is "Screaming for Vengeance." Yeah. Feathers of the Fate is a great album, you know. There's, I'm not a big fan of Painkiller, you know. It was okay. They had a new drummer, you know.
It's wrong for Judas Priest to go thrash.
Yeah, British Steel is what was the first one I bought in '79 or something.
I'd say like Killing Machine and British Steel, you know.
Killing Machine is great.
The atmosphere around those two albums is pretty damn
Point of Entry. I got every Priest album. You know.
Point of Entry is
I bought it when it came out, you know. The new Priest coming out, I go to the record store gonna buy it. But the same day, you know. There's I was growing up with this kind of band. My first album ever bought was in
The Sentinel is a damn good
Rainbow
track, you know.
Rising. It's one of my all-time favorite, you know, because that was my first album I bought from my own money, you know.
In the movie Verlierer. Yeah. A big part of the crew I met in Rostock was a gang of Tom's friends from Essen and Gelsenkirchen, the Thrasher gang that you would also find in the film Verlierer.
Loser.
Yeah, the losers.
Förlorare.
And it's about combat between political fractions in youth society, about heavy metal punks and Nazi skinheads, and how they approach life, and when you don't know really how far you want to go, but when they go into the show of Violent Force, you see most of the Sodom crew in that bar.
Awesome. So did you pick a song from there now?
No, that's Violent Force. That's Violent Force is playing. That's in the film. And that's the old Sodom drummer that took over from Chris Witchhunter. It's a good clip.
I try to speak some German. I speak it too rarely to remember it, but...
And you're a big AC/DC fan. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you love AC/DC.
Yeah, what do you think about Axl Rose singing AC/DC?
He's a good singer for AC/DC. No.
Du har hørt et intervju med Sodom spilt inn under Inferno 2016. Og i morgen, altså lørdag 2. mars, spiller de på The Abyss Festival i Gøteborg. Neste vekka det kvinnedagen, og i den anledning har jeg funnet frem et sjeldent damedominert intervju med Girl School.
We just loved music and wanted to be in a band. And all the guys that we knew that were actually playing and in bands didn't want girls in the band. So we had no choice but to find other girls.
Abonner på Jernverket podcast via podcast-app eller gå inn på jernverket.com. Og da det kult om du gir podcasten full pott på den plattformen du bruker. Det sånn den stiger på listene og spres ut til folket, og så blir jo jeg glad også da, selvsagt. Og hvis du sugen på å annonsere via podcast, så Jernverket ut etter nye samarbeidspartnere. Send meg en melding, så skal vi se hva vi kan få til. Husk på å følge Jernverket på Instagram og Facebook for diskusjoner, konkurranser, månedens album fra Katakomben og andre nyheter. Helle Stenkløv, det meg, og jeg gir deg et nytt eller gammelt hardrock-intervju hver fredag. Vi høres!
Hos Ekstra pleier vi å si gjør det billig, men nå legger vi til 2 bokstaver i slagordet vårt og sier gjør det billigst. Vi har nemlig blitt kåret til Norges billigste lavpriskjede i nettavisens store pristest. Så gjør julehandelen billigst hos Ekstra.